Kentucky Senator Rand Paul has introduced his Pennies plan to address our nation's $22 trillion debt. But it was rejected, with 69 senators voting against it. And that would include a lot of Republicans. Senator Rand Paul joins us right now from the Russell Rotunda. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So explain the Pennies plan, because a lot of people, when they hear it, they go, that's a pretty good idea.
Well, basically, we'd spend 99% of what we spent last year. And kind of the interesting thing is the budget will balance in 5 years with only cutting 1%, and now it's actually 2%, but just cutting a very little off the top. And when I present this to even liberal government advocacy groups that come to Washington wanting money, I say, look, could you live with 99% of what we gave you last year? Almost everybody says yes. And so it's so reasonable to most people in America, unless you happen to be an elected official in Washington. They're like, cut, no way, we're never going to cut any spending.
Well, here's the thing. You had a lot of Republicans vote against this. You would think that, you hear Republicans are very conservative. They're not big fans of big government, or are they?
Well, and that's the real thing. There are a lot of hypocrisy here in Washington. So we understand that no Democrats are for reducing spending up here or for reducing the debt. Not one. That's a consistent theme. But the surprising thing to many people is over half of the Republicans, I call them the big government Republicans, aren't for cutting spending either. And so there really is a problem and a disconnect between these people go home and they beat their chest and say how conservative they are and how they're for the balanced budget. They all vote for the balanced budget amendment, which says you have to balance the budget in 5 years.
Right.
Well, that's what my budget does, and none of them voted for it. So there is a problem.
Well, I just don't understand that. People go to Washington, they say, look, when I'm given a chance, I'm going to do something about it. They were given a chance to at least give you a thumbs up or down on a cloture vote. They wouldn't even give you that.
It's disappointing. It's very disappointing, but it shows sort of the hypocrisy of Washington. And I think this is what infuriates the voters and why the voters get, look, there was this Tea Party revolution in 2010. I was part of it. We had hundreds of thousands of people at rallies on the Mall. They wanted us to do something about the debt. Right. And yet when we have a vote, they're like, oh, no, not that. I'm not going to vote to cut any spending. But it is irresponsible if you vote to cut taxes and not cut spending. I do both. I voted for both the tax cut and for cutting spending. But I can't get enough Republican colleagues to support me.
And you can't get enough Democrats to support you.
Zero Democrats, yeah.
When it comes to this, or when it comes to immigration, it seems like the Capitol isn't getting a lot done these days.
No, we really disagree with each other on a lot of things. The Democrats want to raise taxes, we want to lower taxes. The Democrats want to raise spending, we want to lower spending. They want more regulations, we want less. So we really just don't have a whole lot of common ground.
No kidding. All right, Senator Rand Paul, sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.